I've got an irrigation system that I set up in my backyard that runs off of this hose. I have to run it manually so that when I turn my hose on, I can water everything at the same time. So the people at Lumary sent me this timer to check it out and make a video for it. And I'm going to walk you through setting it up on the app and setting it up on the hose. We'll go from there. We'll test it out and see how it works. So it arrived just like this in this package. Very nice looking packaging. Inside the package, you are going to get the timer itself, the gateway, a hose washer in case you should need it. Inside this package, we got a hose adapter and some Teflon tape to wrap around your hose fitting. Set of instructions. These are really well done instructions too, easy to read. QR codes to find the app, all kinds of stuff. First off, the important stuff you need to know. You will need 2 AA batteries to place behind this waterproof cover right here. And this kind of works its way off because it's got a gasket around there to keep it sealed up. Let's put the batteries in there now. And this is an IP55 waterproof design made out of sturdy feeling plastic. We can see we've got a brass fitting on this side and a plastic fitting on this side that fits onto your hose. And you can see there's a gasket already in there and a filter out any dirt. So that's good. Secondly, you're going to need to know that this timer only works on a 2.4 gig Wi-Fi system. And you're going to need to know your Wi-Fi password for the setup. So you're going to need that. Write that down. You're going to need to download the Lumary app from the Apple or Google store for Android or iOS. And this unit does work with Alexa and Google Assistant for voice options. I won't be setting those up since I don't use them, but there are instructions in the back right here for Alexa and Google Assistant. So this gateway connects via Bluetooth, I assume, and there is a 49.2 foot maximum distance from the gateway to the timer, so placement is important. It does not come with the power block, so you will need to use your own. I'm going to use this one and leave it right on my desk, which is about 20 foot from where I'm going to be placing the timer. So the first thing we're going to do is pair the gateway to the app, then we will pair the gateway to the timer, and I'll show you how to do that. So we're going to press the button here for 5 seconds until it starts pulsing. We're going to go into the app. We're going to add a device, and it's searching for devices now. Actually, since I put the batteries in, it's discovered the gateway and the thing. So you're going to want to put your password in, which I'm going to hide. And you can see it is adding the gateway. I planned on just doing the gateway first and then adding the timer after, but it looks like it recognized both of them right away, so that's good. And you can see right now the indicator on the side there that it is adding the gateway. Gateway added successfully. And now it just moves on and it automatically added the timer. So there we go. Press the done button and we're all set up. Awesome. So I've got my location on, so it's added a weather feature on this app. Okay, you can see on the app, the on button up there is off. So if I press the button right here, you can see it turns green, so it knows the thing's on. By the way, this is a 3/4 inch hose connector here on both sides. Standard home house connection here in the US. So let's get it hooked up and see how it works. So while it was off the unit, I wrapped some Teflon tape around the hose section, and I'm just going to connect it to my hose bib now. It's kind of cool. You can move it around after you connect it. Here's my hose connection. So we'll connect that up. You can press this button right here to manually turn the water off and on. So let me turn it on right here. All right, let's take a look at the app here. We can see today you got the weather. It's cloudy out. As obviously right here, this play button at the bottom left is the turn off, turn on. And you'll see right here when I turn it on, you see the hose expand. That's just a manual turn on, manual turn off. You can see I shut it off right there. We have a weather delay on the timer here to allow it to delay the use for 24, 48, or 72 hours. Over here with the clock setting, we can hit the clock right here and it takes us into the timer. We've pressed the plus button and we can do a couple of different things on here. We can set up a normal schedule where we choose which days we want to water. Let's say we want to do Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And up here, we set the time that we want it to start. Let's do AM, 6 a.m. And then we set the duration. So I just want this to run for 10 minutes. Hit confirm. Once I hit save here, I'll have it set up to run at 6 a.m. for 10 minutes on Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Save, done. Little history of when it ran, so that's cool. And that's it. So let's check it out and see how it works. I'm going to hit the start button right here. You can see my hose start to fill up. And we'll take you out here. That's kind of cool. You can turn it on manually and run it for whatever duration you want. It's going to shut itself off in 1 minute. Let's test that. And you can see it hit its 1 minute mark that I had it set for in the timer, and it shut itself off. Pretty awesome. So there you go, nice water timer app combo that you can set up to your own irrigation schedule, help conserve water, save yourself some water, and even control when you are traveling. Very nice.